In my last video, I talked about the Tattoo Crew, which is going to be a slice of life workplace series that I make in the future with my LPS. Today, I'm going to be introducing each of those LPS to you guys, each of those characters and who they are, just give you a good idea of them, get you attached to them, have you look forward to the series in the future. One pattern you may notice is that they are all very colorful LPS. That's because I just really like them and I wanted to characterize them. My friend pointed out that they kind of resemble tattoos, and that's how I got the inspiration to make them employees at a tattoo shop. This is Jaden Chills, and this is also my channel mascot and my favorite LPS of all time. Jaden Chills is someone who appears quite timid and shy, and they are actually a new employee in the very first episode of Tattoo Crew. Like I said, it doesn't really follow a story, but I do know that that will be just something that happens in the first episode. This doesn't make them the main character, they just happen to be a new employee, and employees will come and go as the series goes on, I'm sure. They may appear a little oblivious and shy and timid, but they are actually quite skilled in their work. They have plenty of experience tattooing their friends and loved ones, but haven't yet taken it into the industry until now. And hey, what better place to bring their art than the place that they got their tattoos? Yes, Jaden was previously a customer at this tattoo shop, and now they've decided to join the crew themselves. Though they may be quiet in nature, they are very passionate and intelligent. They're a bit of a perfectionist and push themselves to the limit, often without realizing it. Now this is Flamming, who has been one of my favorite characters to work on. He's a very irritable guy who will go on long, flustered rants, and he gets so worked up about the littlest things in life that he just starts stumbling over his own words as he rants. He's quite the complainer and finds ways to be annoyed with literally every inconvenience. He goes on these long, ridiculous rants about mundane things that don't bother the average person. He's a bit of a jerk, he's very snappy, and he just wants to keep things moving and stay productive. He has an understanding that we all have a time limit on this earth, and he doesn't want to waste a second of it. He's quite the hustler and fails to realize how miserable it's actually making him. He just wants to keep things moving and understands that he does not have all the time in the world, and he has to make all his decisions carefully. Speaking of decisions, every day he regrets making the decision to work at this dreaded tattoo shop with his incompetent colleagues, just so that he can barely make enough to get 3 meals a day at his shitty apartment with his terrible roommates who for some reason leave the toilet paper upside down on the roll. This here is Griffin. He's an old geezer who's been working at this place for like 30 years. Despite how unfriendly and grouchy he is, he did used to have a genuine passion for this tattooing thing until he turned it into a job. Once he turned the thing he wanted to do into something he needed to do, it quickly sucked all the fun out of it. His monotonous, repetitive life makes him miserable, and he takes it out on other people without fully realizing it. So if you try to correct his decisions, he's gonna call you the crazy one. He also has all these colorful tattoos that he got in his youth when he felt very in touch with nature and life, and now he regrets them, especially because they make it hard to take him seriously. You can't have this guy coming up to you ranting about some bullshit and he looks like this. He doesn't have friends, his coworkers certainly don't respect him, and he understands that his youth and fun is far behind him, and he refuses to enjoy life for what it is now. This is Penelope Newberry. She is a very passionate mother who works this job. What the fuck? I turned the heater off. It's not supposed to turn on. She's a very passionate mother who works this job not only to support her family, but also to pursue her passion for the arts. She's always been very creative since she was young, and it's always been her outlet, her escape from life's troubles. Tattooing is where she eventually set her heart on, because she is very passionate in decorating your body with an expression of oneself. She finds it very bold, very powerful, and the permanent nature of the tattoo is something that she cares a lot about. She always wants the best for her clients. She knows the consequences of tattoos. She's pretty much the most knowledgeable person who works there. She also has her life together probably better than everyone else who works there. And fun fact, she's also the one who gave Jaden their tattoos a year prior. This is Chloe Kalor. She is a very passionate artist who loves taking on all kinds of different mediums like sculpting, painting, drawing, illustrating, you name it, she loves it. She likes to accomplish as much as she can rather than putting all her eggs and all her talent in one basket. She likes to stretch out and reach out to many different mediums and many different skills. She finds it a lot more valuable. She's an optimist who sees all the beauty in life and really likes nature, including flowers, hence all these little flower tattoos on her body. She's got a real spark for creating, but so much so that she fails to see other people's visions, and she's a bit of a control freak over her own creations and her own artwork. You can imagine this makes it difficult for her to thrive in the tattoo industry, where you have to fulfill other people's visions and do what other people want for their bodies. She always has a different idea for them and tries to steer them in a different direction that's more accurate to her own vision. She has always been someone who wants to create strictly for herself, and she has a hard time doing things for other people. This here is April Kalor, who is the sibling of Chloe. Unlike the others, she's not much of an artist at all. In fact, she's just the phone lady. She takes appointments and manages them and answers questions over call, so I guess she's really nothing special. Unlike her sister, she's not a very creative type. She doesn't really have much direction in life, which I suppose makes a little sense because she is younger than her sister and is just starting out adulthood. This is her first job she's ever gotten simply because of Chloe, because Chloe already worked at this tattoo shop and they needed someone to manage appointments. She doesn't feel special in any way, she doesn't really have a lot of confidence, and it hurts to be in this place full of artists, including her more successful sister, while she's just the insignificant phone lady. Despite all this jealousy and lack of confidence, she is grateful for her sister getting her this job and also giving her all of these lovely little tattoos. This here is Judy Fowler. This is our last character, and she's your average, run-of-the-mill artificial manager who pretends to care, but would probably worry more about insufficient staffing if one of her employees died. She has a super upbeat, artificial personality, and she pretends to care so much about her lovely little employees, but she doesn't give a fuck. She is a happy-go-lucky woman with a passion for tattooing and music, hence her forehead, but more of a passion for micromanaging and not staffing enough people and not paying her employees well. She's not well liked among her other employees, but she genuinely believes she's doing a wonderful job and is being very professional. And that, my friends, were all the characters of the tattoo crew for now. I'm sure there will be new ones because employees come and go in the workplace. This series will be fully improvised, and now that I have the characters well established, I could probably just hop right in and film once I get a permanent set because this one is temporary. Don't expect any series until at least the summer because that's when I'm moving and getting a desk of my own. In the meantime, artwork of these characters and my other LPS characters' no-sees will always be available on my Tumblr blog, which will always be in the description. And you can probably expect some update videos for other characters from other series once I get around to them. I'll see you all in the next one.